Hey ladies and gents, welcome back to another eFootball 2023 video with your host SpoonyPizzas. Today I'm doing a live training session and tutorial with you guys. So basically I'm going to have the controller on in the bottom right hand corner of the screen as you're seeing here, and basically talk you through some of the things I do in game. But let me just describe the setup that we're playing here. So we got Manchester United playing a 4-5-1 up against a very difficult formation to also break down, which is the 4-5-1. It's a very tough, especially with those two defensive midfielders, Partey and Xhaka. Now, what we've got here is with the possession-based style, so I'm playing a possession team style. We are not using individual tactics or sub-tactics or anything like that. We're just literally going for a possession, 4-5-1 more or less, or a 4-2-3-1, depends how you see it. And so yeah, because it's a possession-based style, that means the defensive line is going to be relatively high. So we've gone for a fairly fast back line so they can get back and cover. In defensive midfield slot, I opted for McTominay over Fred because of his height. So any goal kicks, he should be able to help win those defensively. Then ahead of him, we got Bruno Fernandes and Eriksen. So we're looking to try and create a triangle here. That's why they're offset in these different positions and in this sort of style. Then on the wings, we've gone for Rashford and Sancho, pure pace and skill to basically burst down the wings. And then Ronaldo up front. So knowing how you're going to play is one of the most important things, because we know we're a possession-based style. That means we're going to have to take our time and work the ball, because players will come short. And I like that. A lot of people don't like it because they don't feel like they've got runners off the ball, and because players are always coming short. So what I'm using here is a bit of super cancel, and almost got done there with the skill from Jesus. Lovely little bit of skill from to try and fool me there. That was nice. But just using super cancel just to make sure I had full control of that player. You don't really have to use it all that much, but it's sort of bad habit from Pez of yesteryear. Here's Luke Shaw. Now I could just throw this in the box. I have got Ronaldo there, but I'm going to give it to someone that can actually, or has got better passing stat and lofted passing stats in Bruno, because he was right there to support me. So that's why I opted to pass to him instead of just flinging the ball into the box. Somehow I managed to get it through, but I'm using the matchup button here just to help try and block those passing lanes. So once you're in position, then you can start holding the matchup button, but try not to push and hold it too soon. Otherwise you will get cut apart and your defenders are going to be left for dead. Ronaldo is making a good run, and it's very easy to see that run from Ronaldo and then just play the ball into him. But that's nice. That's a lovely bit of play. Ronaldo is now asking for the ball. And then as soon as you saw his hand go up, he put his hand out to say, play the ball now. And that's why I opted for the stunning cross. But just before that, hopefully we can go back and see this in a minute. Yes, that ball there into Bruno Fernandes. The lob pass is one of the best ways and most offensive ways to get through opponents' blocks, because everyone expects low passes and through balls, right? But the lofted pass is very accurate in this game. Very accurate, and it's just a great way to overcome your opponent. So if I look at this replay, see here. Okay, so Eriksen is, I could play a through ball to Eriksen there. But what this does, because Eriksen's running forward, right? I know that if I play the ball into Fernandes, I can lay it off to Eriksen. And that's exactly what I do. So I can see that already happening. I can already see it materializing. So I lay the ball off from Eriksen to make him run forward. Into Dalot. Dalot then plays the ball into Bruno Fernandes. Obviously, Eriksen continues his run. Now on this right-hand side, we've got a 2 against 1. So Zinchenko has to come out and meet Eriksen. Otherwise, I can drive forward to the box. And I've gotten, obviously, where Bruno Fernandes plays this ball. I've set him on a player run as well, so he's going to drive into that hole because I know he's my attacking midfielder. I want him in advanced areas of the pitch. So if the defender stays back, I can play it into... That gives me an option to play it into Fernandes or Sancho. I've opted for Sancho. Now watch Ronaldo's hand here. Here. There. See, he's held out quite a while there, and he's made his move. And getting the timing right is perfect. And he's able to just head it into the net. He's not going to miss that. It's Ronaldo. This is very, very good in terms of predatory instinct. There's the gap. It's a little bit of a weak pass, unfortunately. So what we're doing here is just trying to create a line across the pitch there. So it forced them to play it long, more or less. So you would chip it forward, and again, that lob pass. And what I would say is try to have at least two options to pass to especially online, to keep your opponent guessing. If you've only got one option, that means there's two options. You either run with the ball or you pass it. Anticipate that pass there. Throw and goal. That was pretty poor, to be honest. That was a pretty poor... I was hoping the goalkeeper was going to come out sooner, and then obviously with eFootball 2023, players turn much slower, so they were able to close that gap. I'm still getting used to that. I'm not a big fan that all players are quite slow at turning, and that heavy first touch, which the AI experienced there, that was a poor ball. That's better. McTominay, a little chip ball into Ronaldo, maybe. No, try again. I'm gonna run out of options here, that's for sure. Good pressing. Now, when you are in these positions, the possession-based game is very good at pressing and forcing your opponent to go long. He's going to win that header, sure, but he's slowly running out of options, or was. Oh, and they've almost pulled one back. I'm going to counter that. Fire this into Rashford. When receiving the ball, use the right bumper. Does seem to help just ever so, just a little bit. Okay, now we've got a really good scenario here. I can't explain why I knew this was going to happen, but whenever you turn the ball over like that, I'll try and replay it and try and explain why this was such a good position. I mean, a lot of things had to happen for that to go my way. The main one here, so it's a loose pass, and he's got two players going forward, and my player's coming back. So now we've got the defensive line. We've got one player there protecting that back line. Once we're here, now there's just the back line. We've taken out his entire midfield. And that's why I was so positive about this right now. Now, the hard part here is with eFootball 2023, because they take a little bit longer to turn, I was lucky just to get away from that challenge. Ever so lucky. And then Rashford steams in and is able to smash it into the net. Admittedly, I'm not playing my best game, but just getting the fundamentals right is very important. But you know, what we're trying to do here is hold that midfield line, and there we go. Eventually, they turn it over. Now, even though I played the ball into Ronaldo, that wasn't really to like try and drive at the defenses. It's just to push my team, the rest of my team, up. You can see I'm very patient when I build up. I'm not trying anything drastic. Just waiting for things to open up. Like this. Oh, good block. So it's all about probing, waiting for the right moment. Comes to thrones, what I tend to do is run away with one player, maybe select different players using the right analog stick. Just to keep possession of the ball. Eriksen's on a run. He's in the back here. Just try to get it into Ronaldo at the near post. Now, one option I do like to use is the 2 options. So you just push right on the D-pad, select 2 options. I'm going to play it into this guy here. I can play it back. Got Luke Shaw here. He's going to have a go. And there we go. 3-0. It's also an effective option online as well. Just to draw players out from the middle. So comfortably 3-0 up right now. And pretty dominant. They did have that one really good chance from the counter-attack, but other than that, they've been pretty easy to deal with. Ronaldo here. I'm going to use Super Cancel here just to try and get ahead of him. Which I do, but he just can't quite fight him off. And I'm just going to replay that just so you can see. Because Super Cancel can still be used in an offensive sense. Like I've just thrown a hopeful long ball. He has no right to win this, right? Okay, so here he's sort of in behind the defender. Now here you can sort of see him slow down. That's me picking him up with Super Cancel. And I've positioned him now a little bit closer to the ball before the defender. I managed to chest it, but he's still got that player to hold off. Another player comes across and holds him up, unfortunately. But, you know, if that defender's not there, or it's or he takes a better touch, he's through. He's through on goal. So Super Cancel is still a very useful weapon. Gonna wait for Rashford to make his move here. What I'm trying to do here is just stifle him, try and force him out of options, and oh, they were lucky. And there we go. Oh no, that was supposed to go. That was not supposed to go there, and it's a free kick. I was supposed to go back to Eriksen. Get the power slightly wrong in this game. This is good for us. This is very good for us right now, what they're doing. This is allowing us to push up the pitch. Try and force them to run out of options. Don't know how Eriksen didn't get that. That's unlucky. Another free kick given away, but this is good because they're gonna mess up. They're close to giving up the ball. Look. Any second, I can feel it. Nice little 1-2 there to spin in. And then quick look at the radar. I could see Rashford was out on this wing. Fernandez running out of options there. So I had only one option ready to charge forward with the ball. There's Andre Martinez. Just a little bit hard on Saka there. Use the matchup just to come across. And that's probably the best way to win the ball defensively. Use the matchup button once you do start to get close. Let's see Sancho here. That ball's going to be too slow there. Don't be afraid to bring your defenders up. That allows Luke Shaw here to get through. That's not a foul. Well, not sure how that's not a foul. But there we go. A good solid line again. Rashford into the middle. Can't quite find anyone. Those drilled low crosses very hard to deal with sometimes. But you do have to get the left angle stick just right, which I didn't do on that occasion. Again, looking long and wide for Rashford here. That's got to be a free kick. Just drew him in. And knowing what skills to perform and where to use them is also important. I've got obviously tutorials on the channel when and where to use certain skills, so definitely check that out if you haven't already. A little bit of movement there. I was able to shake the defender off. Here's Diego Dallo. Oh! Again, outside the box, tend to opt for the stunning shot, especially if you've got time to tee it up like that, where you just push the ball out in front of him. They're running out of options, and foul from Varane that. Good play from Dalek. Again, knowing when to pass and when to use through ball to move forward like that is also something, you know, you just want to sort of train and get used to. It's probably one of my best aspects of my game, knowing exactly where the ball's going to go, if it's a pass or a through ball. Ah, that's beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. So obviously if you want to move the ball forward and play it into space, then using the through ball is probably the way forward. Whereas if you want to play it direct to your player, then obviously you want to opt for a pass. But it's just understanding where that player is going to be. But that there from Fernandez was absolutely sublime. Again, that lob pass, so effective. Again, Sancho's in. Off the post, and unfortunate. We could just see how this was opening up. Let me just talk you through this. So again, it's all about effective passing, and that's what this game's all about. This is why I do like the stadium cam view, because you can see this from this view. It's a little bit more narrow. But as soon as he's here, that Zinchenko's, look at Zinchenko's body. Like, there's no way he's going to be able to turn back to face Sancho from that. And Sancho's got all the time in the world. Takes a touch, sets it up, hits it with the right power, and just gets a little bit unlucky with the finish. And there it is. Comfortable 4-0 victory over Arsenal. And hopefully, you know, these live training sessions are going to be quite useful for you. And I'll be doing one online as well, so you can sort of see that the same fundamentals are being used, the same way I'm tackling, the same commands, the same passing, the same way I use the lofted through balls and lofted passes, should I say. Those are very, very important in terms of my style and my play, getting in between the lines and then creating the openings. So thanks for joining me, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button. Let me know down in the comments what you sort of learnt, maybe some things you want to see in the future. And if you've got any questions around any of my gameplay, then just drop a comment below and I'll be sure to get back to you. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Take care. Goodbye.